see what we got here. Fresh off the UPS truck. All right, guys, first box is right here. I don't know if this is gonna be in the same video as the other one. Maybe you just saw that clip before this. But let me tell you, for those of you that work a full-time job and also do YouTube, man, I feel your pain because I am tired. But anyways, besides that, I just wanna say big thanks to Bren Tuning. They provided this package to me. They are providing continued support to the channel and helping me tune this car and make a little bit more power. Well, my goal is actually not more power. It's actually more about efficiency and reliability. But what they provided to me is the AEM wideband gauge. In order for me to properly tune the car, I am going to need to install this wideband gauge. Looks like it has, yep. So it looks like it has all the wiring and the actual wideband O2 sensor itself. There is another part that goes to this. I haven't received it yet. Hopefully I receive it soon so I can install some of the parts that you're gonna see in just a few minutes. I wanna scratch this stuff. All right. Alright, so what you have here is the Bren cold air intake for the STI. As you can see, very basic. You guys have seen this before on many cars. Alright, next up, this is probably the most suggested mod that I've gotten on the channel ever since I got the STI. Without further ado, so it looks like we've got a bracket. Look at all this hardware. If you guys have installed an air oil separator, no matter what brand it is, you know, it can be rather intimidating, but all you have to do is follow the instructions to the T and you'll be just fine. Kind of nervous. Haven't seen this color yet. Oh, there you go. I think they said this is one of the first neon yellow air oil separators that they have sent out, but here you go. It looks awesome. I also had the Bren air oil separator on the WRX. Never had an issue with it. It will work just fine. And one of the people that has motivated me to run the Bren air oil separator, if you guys check out OC Turbo Joe, awesome channel by the way, wealth of knowledge. He ran this air oil separator for about 5 years and pretty much it did him very well also. But there's that, just an air oil separator. Excited to get that in there just to keep all that oil out of my engine. All right, big ass box, right? Let me see if I can get you guys in focus. Now, if you guys are longtime subscribers, you guys know I had a front mount intercooler on the WRX. So instead of spending money on a brand new top mount intercooler, I can repurpose the front mount intercooler that I had on the WRX and put it on the STI. All I needed was some brand new intercooler piping because the WRX intercooler piping will not work for the STI. But new intercooler piping, front mount intercooler. One of the reasons why I needed a cold air intake because there's no front mount intercooler that will allow you to utilize the stock intake. But there it is. And yeah, I'm gonna install this, get everything nice and tuned by Bren Tuning, who provided continued support. I can't thank them enough. For those of you who provide the continued support, I see your comments in the comment section. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. The grind is real, I'm telling you right now. And who knows, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to buy a whole bunch of car parts. You know, I'm in a position right now where I might have to look for a new job within the next 6 months. So buying a whole bunch of car parts might not be the smartest thing to do. But in the meantime, I am happy to have all these parts. Okay, here is where I'm at. You guys saw all those parts. Now the problem is it is now Wednesday and I still have to install all those parts. Not only that, I'm still waiting on more parts to come in, and after I install all those parts, I have to get it tuned, and I pretty much have to install everything within a day or two. So sorry guys, I won't be able to film this whole process. I have to get everything done. That is the priority so I can get to the big Subaru show, which is on Sunday. It's also called Big Northwest. I go to that show every single year. If you guys are going, you guys will see me out there. You guys probably already saw me. You guys have probably seen this video after the show. But yeah, I'm gonna just get to work and just shut up and do my thing. Okay, parent header is now fully installed. Now time to start up the car and check for any leaks. All right, guys, it's now the next day, but I want to say big thanks again to Bren Tuning for coming in clutch. Well, they sent me the Subaru wideband sensor harness from Visconti Tuning. Now, I'm not sure exactly how to install this. I've never installed this before, but this will allow me to install the wideband harness directly to the ECU. So this is the AEM wideband gauge. So these two together are going to help me fine-tune the car. But once again, big thanks to Bren Tuning. Yeah, I know. I suck at filming today. So the only thing I did was take the main engine harness, cut a little slit through it, and routed one of the wires for the O2 sensor, or is it O2 sensor, or the wideband gauge, through that little grommet there. And I just fed it through, and I'm gonna pull this wire from the inside, and hopefully I can get started with the wiring. All right, next thing we gotta do, we're gonna route the plug and play wiring harness through the firewall. I think this goes with the firewall. I don't know. If not, no big deal. I can change it around later on. But yeah, I'm gonna go with this side first. I think this side gets plugged into the OEM O2 sensor harness. So this is where I'm fishing the wires through. It's on the passenger side, and all I did was push this back a little bit and cut a little slit through it to give you guys better visualization of what I'm talking about. So the rest of that is gonna have to wait. This is what I have left over, the actual O2 sensor itself. This is gonna go in place of the rear O2 sensor and the actual wiring harness itself. So power and ground and the 0 to 5 volt output or input, I'm not sure exactly, and the actual gauge itself. I don't know, I really also plan to get an oil pressure and oil temperature gauge also. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. The equal length header did take away the signature Subaru rumble. I totally knew that going into this, but that is okay. Keep in mind that I am still on the stock downpipe. I still haven't decided on which downpipe I'm gonna go with yet. The one that I want is super duper expensive. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna disconnect the mufflers on the Perrin catback exhaust and see what it sounds like without the mufflers. The mufflers on this catback exhaust really do a good job at toning down the exhaust note, but for shits and giggles, why not? If you have any recommendations on which downpipe I should get, please comment down below. Well, let's try this out, see how it sounds. Sweet. Okay, so I'm gonna have to stop the video right there, and the reason is I just ran out of time. I have to take a small family trip over to Chicago for a few days, and then I'll get right back to editing the rest of this video. But I do have to apologize. The reason why you need that wideband logging cable is so that you can monitor your wideband and log it onto your access port. This really helps, especially if you're road tuning or e-tuning your car. And even if you're pro tuned, you need to do some logs. You can send those logs from your wideband sensor to your tuner. So it really helps. I think to be honest with you, it's well worth the 50 bucks that it costs. But yeah, it's really easy to wire your logging cable. So your white wire from your wideband gauge goes to the orange and ground goes to ground. So it's super duper simple. For some reason I lost a video of the install video on how to properly wire the logging cable, but I'll see what I can do and see if I can redo that video. But it's super easy. Like I said, well worth the 50 bucks. we'll continue on this video on the next one. That video should come out, I don't know, maybe Thursday or so, or Saturday. And for right now, that is it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel, and we will talk to you guys later. Peace out, guys.
Now in my younger days, I used to sport a shag. When I went to school, I carried lunch in a bag with the apple for my teacher, cause I knew I'd get a kiss.